Hey everyone, what's going on? Greg here again from Team Blast. So I'm using ChatGPT. I'm going to analyze 3 different heat map scans for one of my clients. And actually, what you can do is you can click on each of the heat maps. You can see this is back in November. Next scan is in middle part December, and then the last scan was actually yesterday on January 20th. Now, when you look at this from the surface level, there's a lot of dots that are flipping from either orange or yellow now to green. But I wrote a prompt here for ChatGPT. You guys can actually pause this video. You can read exactly what I wrote, but I'm going to pretend I hit enter and let's get forward. So the first is the high level summary. Green dots, that represents your page 1 Google search ranking. So on November 13th, we had around 18 or so green dots. On December 15th, 28. And now on January 20th, around 38 to 42. That's a plus 20 more dots are flipped on page 1 of Google for my client. That's what's actually going to lead to more high quality impressions, website clicks, phone calls, and potential bookings for their business. But then I'm going to take it a step further over here. Where are the greens flipping? So why this matters. So when I do my analysis for my clients, it's more than simply just, hey, did we flip a dot in some area? I'm really more concerned of if we're flipping dots in areas with a high population. So West Valley City, Kearns, Taylorsville, Glendale, and South Salt Lake, etc. What I also asked ChatGPT to do was let me know the impact of the estimated population there. So West Valley City, 140,000 people, Taylorsville, 60,000. It's all down in ascending order of most important. So what I tell my client is that when we're looking at the map and we're going after different keywords, I can say by flipping all these dots, we're able to get to a potential population of maybe around 400,000 individuals who are now have the opportunity to find my client for their particular service. So we all know that not everyone's going to search for hypothetically like a locksmith or an HVAC or a plumber or a dentist or anything else like that. But the idea is that we're getting more competitive in areas with a higher population, which is most important. In upstate New York, where my business is, Saratoga Springs might have around 20 to 30,000 people. But then if you go out to neighboring towns around us, that population might be around 2,000 or so people. So basically a tenth of the size of Saratoga Springs. So I shared that story because a lot of times when we're talking about the map and we're flipping dots, if you're flipping dots, say in smaller towns only have 2,000 people, you flip, let's say 5 dots of 2,000, that's 10,000 more people compared to if you're able to flip the dot of Saratoga Springs, that could be around 20 to 30,000. That one dot is worth far more than, let's say, 5 dots that are flipping to potentially reach a higher audience. So what you can also do here, I'm going to go all the way down, is I'm going to say this. I'm going to say, can you create a table of the light yellow dots with their population? So what I'm going to do over here is say, okay, I know the green dots, I know the population increase that I'm able to get from my client, but now here are the next areas I'm going to be really focused on. So you can see that's going to do, so it's breaking down again by estimated population size. 50,000 people, average rank for me is 4 to 5. Sugar House, South Salt Lake, Mill Creek, West Jordan, East Taylorsville. This is really important. So when you're talking about the next steps with your client or your team, you say, okay, like what can you do next? Like within the SEO assignment is I'll go back up to the very top over here. I'm going to click on this map and I'm going to say, basically in the east side of this heat map, these are the new areas I really have to go after. I have to find ways to flip these dots for my client because it's going to get them more impressions, website clicks, phone calls, and leads for their business. Some ways you can do that is Google Business Profile optimizations, potentially getting on local directories, website changes, syncing those changes into Bing and Apple. And there's a few other ways as well, even like local schema markup, for example, and including different services and service areas on your website. But I really wanted to create this video, just kind of show how I use ChatGPT to do this analysis of where we're winning, what the opportunity is from that, and then also my next steps of what I need to focus on. Anyway, thanks for watching this video and stay tuned for the next one.